Tina Parker Show. Today we're talking about permission. You don't need permission to live wisely, okay? You don't need permission. You have it in you. I'm excited to share this with women. This is WTFU Daily, which I might change it to Wake the Fire Up Daily. Tell me what you think. Put it in the comments. All right. I want to hear from you. Many women today feel unsure, hesitant, or second guess themselves. Hold on just a second here. I got to unplug that. Second guess themselves, not because they lack faith, but because they've been trained to seek approval instead of wisdom. I've been talking about this like crazy because so many people have just assumed that what the laws are, that's their truth. Like they just have to go along with it. And we don't. We can push back. We can think. We can make our own decisions and judgment. And you have it in you. You are a child of God. Okay. In today's Wake the Fire Up Daily Faith Message, we return to Hebrew scriptures to rediscover what wisdom actually is and how it restores confidence, clarity, and responsibility in women and mothers. Moms, your children are watching you, okay? Ask questions. They need to see you and hear you asking questions, pushing back. They want to see you strong and confident, okay? This is anchored in Proverbs 2:6. We explore the Hebrew word ḥokmāh, I think. Not information, but skillful living. Wisdom is not compliance, silence, or people-pleasing. It is discernment that leads into the right action. In this episode today, it's going to help you stop outsourcing your judgment, rebuild confidence without arrogance, understand discernment as responsibility. It is your responsibility, okay? I heard this message today and they said, how many people have you heard say, if it's the way of God, if it's God's intention, they like hand it over to him. But what if you were born in the child? You were a child of God. He gave you the same power. So why are we handing it back to him? No. Okay. If you work for an employer, the best employees, you know what they do? They come with solutions. Okay. You don't say we have a problem. You say, you know what? This is happening, but I have a solution. Right? Or a couple solutions. What do you give some options. You got to think. Okay. Understand discernment as a responsibility. Make decisions without explaining yourself. And steward your home, children, and influence with clarity. Faith does not make women passive. Okay, it makes them wise. And what does wise mean? You want me to tell you what wise means? It means in a way that shows experience, knowledge, and good judgment. In a way that shows experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Okay? That means you don't just comply with what everyone says. Okay? Institutions, government, church, religion. Okay? I walk with God. I have faith. Okay? I don't need a religion. I don't need, some leader that puts their pants on the same way I do to tell me I have the same power. Do you get it? We have the same power. It's crazy how people have been brought up to believe they just have to follow along to get along. No, not me. Okay. Faith does not make women passive. It makes them wise. Don't forget that. Don't forget to subscribe to Wake the Families Up, or I think I'm going to change it to Wake the Fire Up Daily. Tell me if you like that. Share this with a woman learning to trust her discernment again. Okay, here's a core scripture for this episode. For the Lord gives wisdom from his mouth. Come knowledge and understanding. That's Proverbs 2:6. This message is for the woman who keeps asking herself, am I allowed to do this? Do you catch yourself doing that? Asking, am I allowed to do this? Like walking on eggshells, tiptoeing around life. No, yes, you're supposed to be bold. Okay. Do not just be passive. Don't be just like getting walked on. Okay. You are a child of God. You were born in his image. I'm just going to like beat that into people. Okay. Am I allowed to do this? Don't ever ask that. Okay. Is it okay if I choose differently? You know those women, right? Is it okay if I maybe don't believe what this doctor tells me I have to do? Is it okay if I choose different? Maybe I want to get a second opinion. Okay, ladies, you have the power within you to make these decisions. Okay? Do not act passive, letting people walk on you. Not all, no. And do not be walking around life on eggshells. Okay? Do I need permission? I can't even imagine. Okay, today's truth is simple and it's ancient. You don't need permission to live wisely. Okay? I'm giving you permission. If you need permission from someone, I'm your girl. I'm going to give it to you. The Hebrew scriptures say, "For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding." The word for wisdom is ḥokmāh. This does not mean intelligence. It does not mean information. It does not mean knowing verses. ḥokmāh means skillful living, the ability to see clearly and act rightly. Wisdom in the Hebrew world was practical, embodied, and responsible. We're supposed to be responsible humans, okay? That means that we are learning new things. We're responsible for how we show up. We're responsible for, how we're raising our kids. Are we raising them to be thinkers, to use common sense, not to just go with what people push down our throat. No, push back, okay? It was proven through decisions. Here's what wisdom is not. It is not people-pleasing. Silence to keep the peace. Use your voice. You have experience. You have experience that other people need to hear. They need to know what you know. All right? Compliance to avoid conflict. Willing to be told what to do. Okay? That's not wisdom. None of those are wisdom. Those are survival behaviors, not wisdom. Okay? So if you're doing those things, silence to keep the peace, compliance to avoid conflict, waiting to be told what to do, you're in survival mode. You don't want to be there. Okay? Wisdom requires attention, clarity, and responsibility. For modern women and mothers, this changes everything. Confidence is not. You guys know I'm the confidence architect. Okay? I can help you with your confidence if you are not confident, okay? Controlling outcomes. Confidence is not controlling outcomes. It is not explaining every choice. It is not, people are going to be like, "Why did you do that? Oh my gosh, I can't believe that you're going against what the doctor says. I can't believe that you are going to the gym every single morning and you do it at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. Why are you leaving your kids to go do that? You are so selfish." No, I don't need to explain my decisions because I know that I take care of my body. I know the best thing for my body and I make sure it happens. Okay. Pleasing everyone. That's not confidence. You don't have to please everyone. Confidence is standing inside your role with clarity. It looks like making sound decisions calmly, speaking truth without being defensive, setting boundaries without apology. You don't have to apologize for your boundaries, all right? Stewarding what's been entrusted in you. Your children don't need a perfect mother. They need a clear one. They need one that is clear on who she is, that's clear on the way she shows up in life. You're the model for your children. You want them to be strong humans when they grow up, okay? Not just compliant, not just, doing everything, trusting everyone, getting walked on. Okay, so here's the shift many women must make. Stop asking, how will this make me look? Don't ask, how will this make me look? Okay, it doesn't matter what other people think. Start asking, is this aligned with truth, wisdom, and responsibility? Approval seeks safety. Wisdom builds stability. Here's a little anchored practice that you can do. This is a little, you know, action that you can do today. Before your next decision today, okay, maybe you're going to be talking to a doctor. Maybe you're going to be, whatever your decisions are going to be, okay? Ask your, pause, all right? What would wisdom require of me here? Okay, maybe you're seeing things online. Maybe, you don't know what to think. There's stuff going on with these ICE protesters and stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute, let's think about this. They're upset the way that ICE is going into the cities and, kind of like taking charge, but I'm asking, okay, but wait a minute. Why are you not upset that these folks, that there's people here that are stealing from our government? Why are they not upset about that? I mean, these are just questions we have to ask ourselves. Yes, we don't want to see people die. Yes, I mean, I don't know what, everything, all the details, okay? But I do look at the other side too. And so we have to do these things. Ask more questions. Don't just assume that because you heard someone got shot, and everybody's jumping on this protest bandwagon. Now you can go protest. We're in a free world, country, and at least we want to keep it that way. And you're free to think and feel and believe the way you choose. But I always like to ask, why, what else is going on here? Why is ICE going in there so strong? What were these other people doing when they got shot? I think it was 2 shootings. What were they doing? Okay, we have to ask more questions. And is it okay for them for people to steal or to come in our country and take advantage of us? Okay, that's coming from taxpayer dollars. Do you know that? All right. So we just need to know more information. Don't be afraid to ask more questions. That's what I'm saying. Okay, then act. Never explaining, never defending, no polling the room. That's maturity. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. So good to see you all here. Okay, do not forget this. You don't need permission to live wisely. Okay, that means you're learning, you're gaining knowledge, gaining skills and experience. Okay, wisdom is already available to you. You are a child of God, Yahweh, and He gave you that power. Not because you're perfect, but because you're responsible. That's what responsible people do. Yahshua echoed the same principle. The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light. That's in the Gospel of Matthew 6:22. The Greek word ḥokmāh means single, undivided, and clear. A clear inner lens produces a steady life. You are not confused. You are not behind, and you are not lacking. Okay? You have everything available to you. You are learning to trust your wisdom, or trust wisdom instead of approval. And that's how confident, untethered women are formed. And that's how they show up. Let me say a little closing prayer for you, okay? We give thanks. Okay, I'm going to pray for you. Yahweh, thank you for her. Thank you for the woman watching right now, for her resilience, her steadiness, and the quiet strength she carried through seasons no one saw. Thank you for the wisdom you've placed within her, for the clarity you are restoring, and for the responsibility you trusted with her, even when she doubted herself. Thank you for always showing. Thank you for the ways she has shown up, for the choices she made when it would have been easier to quit, and for the courage you've been forming in her through her refining moment. Thank you for the people you've aligned in her life, for the opportunities already set before her, and for the purpose that has never left her, even in silence. We honor you, created her to be capable, discerning, and steady. She is not behind. She is not lost. she is becoming. Thank you for her life. Thank you for her leadership. And thank you for the light that she carries. Amen. Share this with a woman that maybe needs to hear things a little different than what you believe, because I believe a lot of these things they leave out, and they don't, in religion, they don't really express the power that women have and the partnerships that you can have with people and the powerful ways that you can show up in life and change the trajectory of not just your life, your family's life, and generations after that. And so I just want you to know that I know without a doubt that you have the power to change the trajectory of your life and everyone behind you. And I hope this message touched you. Share this with another woman that needs to hear this message today. And I appreciate you for joining. You guys are incredible. Love ya. Bye.